Do you remember the big deal I made about Captain Falcon blowing up my house and everything? Yeah, my parents just decided to kick me out. Which is why it really makes sense for me to check out Welcome to the NHK today. I mean, now that I'm moving out, what better way to celebrate my own rapidly improving life than making fun of someone who's an internal shut-in? Enter Tatsuhiro Sato, an antisocial loser who has barricaded himself in his one-room apartment for the last 2 years. He's in a hikikomori, which is a Japanese clinical term for a person who is totally withdrawn from the outside world. He's also a lot more realistic in his behavior and look than that other hikikomori from Zetsubo. In fact, Sayonara Zetsubo-sensei and NHK are two sides of the same coin in a lot of ways. While they both deal with the otaku shut-ins of society, Zetsubo spends its time making jokes out of the subject and discreetly insulting those afflicted, which is more often than not its own audience, while NHK is a more serious look at the psychological problems of its characters, who all seem to have some kind of social withdrawal. That's not to say that NHK isn't humorous, but while Zetsubo's comedy is the main focus, NHK is a lot more subtle. Every episode has at least one instance where I laughed my balls off at something only to realize that during my fit, the scene had instantly switched to something more dramatic. NHK almost seems to be a bipolar series, with nearly every major scene having both extreme amounts of black comedy and legitimate drama at the exact same time. But I'm getting ahead of myself here, and I figured I'm going to be spending God knows how long trying to find a new place to live. Why not just review Welcome to the NHK as I go? The series opens with one of Sato's many hysterical delusions. NHK stands for Japanese Hikikomori Organization in Japanese, and its purpose is to create hikikomori out of socially awkward losers like Sato through a variety of means, like making Magic Girl anime so popular, for example. See, Sato postulates that the only reason such childish shows are playing on TV at late hours is to make adults stay up all night watching them and therefore sleep all day. It's hard to tell if Sato actually believes this stuff, or if he's just using it as some bullshit excuse for his 3-year-long malaise. However, he has a chance encounter with a young girl who seems to want to help him cure his extreme introvertedness for absolutely no reason. I mean, great for him, but the fact that she clings to Sato so intently is really fucking creepy. And even after her motivations are explained at the end of the series, she still comes off as a huge stalker.
You might find it hard to believe, but I've actually known about you for a long time.
Yeah. Huge stalker. You know, for hikikomori, Sato sure spends a lot of time outside. This is episode 1, and he's been outside twice so far. Well, 3 times if you count the encounter with the Christian missionary at his doorstep. And he continues to go on wild adventures throughout the entire series. I don't think that Sato actually qualifies as a hikikomori. I mean, sure, he's fucked up beyond belief, but the last thing he is a shut-in.
Hi! Hi, you're about a room? Come on in! Okay.
Room's right this way.
Okay.
So, how you doing?
Alright.
Happiness, very, very special happiness. 君と二人で飛び飛ぶ飛べ世界 Happiness, バリバリカラフル happiness.
So, you like the room?
It's okay, I guess.
You gonna move in with us?
You
should rent the room. It's a nice room. What was that guy's problem?
I don't know.
Wanna wrestle?
I got the yo-yo! Yeah!
Also, some kid he saved from bullies in high school ends up being his next door neighbor, but because he's been in tune for so long, they never even met each other. However, Yamazaki, his neighbor, plays the same annoying J-pop shit over and over and over for months, causing a drunk Sato to break into his room one night in a rage. Yamazaki is Sato's equal in terms of patheticness, but in a completely different way. See, Yamazaki is a hopeless otaku, obsessed with dating, sim games, and anime to the point that he actively swears off real-life women in favor of female characters in the games he plays.
Women are nothing but a plague on this world. We have to bring down the iron hammer of justice and teach the dirty whores a lesson they won't forget. Be gone, dirty whores! Come on, Sato, say it with me.
Be gone, dirty whores.
Mizaki, the girl trying to help Sato with his hikikomori syndrome, ends up challenging him to create a video game. Sato refused her help with his introvertedness, stating that he's not actually unemployed but a game programmer working from home. And Yamazaki attends a school for game design with the hope of one day creating the ultimate dating sim, so with all these pieces together, the first arc unfolds. Sato has to prove his lie to Mizaki about being an official game creator by working with Yamazaki in a real game. Meanwhile, Yamazaki wants to use the game to catapult them both into the easy life.
The master plan to reach fame and fortune is to make an amateur video game? What the fuck are they? 13-year-old losers who just discovered RPG Maker XP?
To get Sato going, Yamazaki gives him a stack of dating sim games to play so he can learn the ropes. But here's the thing, Sato gets massively addicted to hentai games and downloadable internet porn, and so ends up spending a whole week doing nothing but jerking off. When Yamazaki confronts him about it, he freaks out and runs off in the city to take panty shots of underage schoolgirls. What the fuck, Sato?
Hi, I'm here about the room.
你好，
Hi, I'm here about the room.
听不懂。
Hi, I am here about the room.
不能租给你，我房间只租给中国人。房间没空了，走吧。
What?
房间只租给中国人，已经有人租了。
Do you
啊，不
speak
租给你
English?，
听不懂。
Are you Japanese? Do you speak Japanese?
Japanese? Japanese?
Yes!
Japanese?
Yes, Japanese!
Japanese?
Konnichiwa!
日本人，日本人，日本人，日本人，
Whoa,
Turn him out!
Don't,
Choose
don't
about-
get angry, just
Choose about-
calm down.
你们儿子记，
Calm down, lady.
耶！
Ah!
滚滚滚滚滚滚滚！耶！你们儿子 go！
Thankfully, Sato eventually gets to writing on a decent storyline for their game, and with them hitting up local anime shops and maid cafes for some weird kind of inspiration. The storyline Sato eventually chugs out is an unholy amalgamation of all the general dating sim stereotypes, causing Yamazaki to spit out one of the stupidest character designs ever. However, by chance, Sato runs into a girl he knew from high school who he's alluded to several times in flashbacks thus far.
But she turns out to be completely fucked too. I mean, isn't there anyone in this game that is completely fucking insane?
She starts dishing out tons of pills and shit to him, and doesn't bat an eye when he starts pulling out all this otaku shit he's just bought. What the fuck? Well, eventually, Sato gives in to Mizaki and decides to go through her anti-hikikomori program, or whatever the fuck she calls it. A lot of Mizaki's lecturing turns out to be really kind of bullshit. I don't know how these therapy sessions are actually supposed to help Sato anyway. They're basically just hanging out and waxing philosophical. Anyway, during one of these sessions, Mizaki lets it slip that Yamazaki has a girlfriend, or at least she thinks so. Sato, instead of doing the normal thing and asking him about it, ends up stalking him all the way to his college and sitting in on a game designing class. But he ends up having a massive panic attack and running away. While cowering in the stairwell, Sato overhears a conversation between Yamazaki and his girlfriend, Nanako. Only it turns out she's not his girlfriend, just a girl he's stalking. I can't say I didn't see this one coming. There's no fucking way an otaku would ever get a girlfriend.
What?
Don't worry about it, Yamazaki. She's got a ridiculous fucking lisp anyways.
Besides, I told you, I'm in love with Kazuo. He's so sexy and smart.
Who thought that giving her that voice was a good idea anyway? She sounds like her parents are siblings. But just as things are going relatively well for Sato, his mum calls him and tells him she's going to visit. And in order to not seem like a total failure at everything, he convinces Mizaki to pretend to be his girlfriend. And this is where we actually get a look at how fucked up in the head Mizaki really is. She takes this weird delight at pretending to be his girlfriend. Yeah, Sato, I know you end up dating at the end of the series. At least I think you do. But, dude, she's gonna make a lamp out of your face or something. Oh, yeah. I guess that when his mom arrives, the artist just decided to stop animating their shit. Look at this. Is there any reason for it to be moving at 1 frame per second? Also, during their fake date to fool Sato's mom, who has already left, they end up wandering into the forest where couples make out not 10 feet away from others. I guess what they say about Japan running out of space is true. I don't really care about public displays of affection that much, but this is really fucking surreal. I mean, imagine if you were walking along a path in a forest and you came across a PG-13 orgy.
Fuck that.
Sato finally recognizes that something is just fucking weird with Mizaki and begins asking the same questions that we did 10 episodes ago. Yamazaki and Sato end up stalking her and finding out that she lives on a giant hill overlooking the whole town, and from her bedroom window, she's been watching Sato. Dude, she's gonna Lorena Bob at you and use your dick as a straw. Oh yeah, remember the high school girl from before? She's actually got a pretty good life, but due to boredom, she posts on the internet claiming to be an abused wife for attention and ends up joining a suicide pact. Yeah, really. This girl's got the best life out of anybody in the series by far. She's got a cushy job, she's financially secure, she's in a good relationship, and she wants to kill herself. Okay, folks. Let's take a minute and talk about little things like existential crises. People like Hitomi and Mizaki and Sato and Holden Caulfield from Catching the Rye and Scott Pilgrim and Emo Kids and all those little fuckers that sit around worrying and whining over bullshit like this are all complete wastes of space. Do you know why all these people have the luxury of being able to have a crisis over their own personal identity? It's because they're all coddled little shits living the good life. None of them have ever had to go hungry or make a rent payment. Every time I see a whiny brat complaining about their life as they sit in their fucking house eating food and watching TV, I just want to ship them off to rural Africa and watch them die! And this is my biggest problem with Welcome to the NHK. With a small number of exceptions, every single point of drama or problem all of the characters encounter can basically be summed up with "stop fucking whiny, you retarded pussies."
Oh, hey, how's she going?
Hi.
You must be the guy about the room. Come on in.
Sure. Buddy, am I ever lucky you came over? Because look, the house is nice. I think you'll like it. We just had new floors put in. Everything was just renovated. We got new chairs and a new couch. See, the reason the room just came open is because my dear brother, he just joined the military. He's wearing the camouflage for our troops there now, and he's carrying on the proud military tradition of our family. See, my grandpappy, I'll show you some pictures later. He was a proud man. He joined the military. I couldn't join myself. You see, I'm flat-footed, but they wouldn't take me. But he's carrying on that proud tradition now. If you come up here, I'll show you the room you'll be staying in. Now this here's the room you're going to be staying in. See, it's nice. It's got a pretty good size to it. You know, it's still got some of Jason's things in it, I know. But I'll have that all cleared out, and you got nothing to worry about, right? And it's already furnished. So really, you don't have to bring anything but yourself, your clothes, you know, maybe a laptop, computer, if you're into that sort of thing. A double bed right there. So any ladies you might be bringing over, you know, you can just bring them right over there. Lots of room, 2 or 3. You're into ladies, right?
Yeah.
Good. Me too. Now, you know, I don't even think I can bring myself to get that out of here. Do you see that picture there up on the wall? That's my granddaddy Wilhelm. Yeah. He started the proud military tradition in our family. He fought those goddamn Japs in Iwo Jima. You know, he took 3 of their slugs in his belly and still kept going. He was a strong man, inspiration to us all. Now hopefully Jason can follow in his footsteps, huh? Now, we've got a pretty good neighborhood on the whole, but you know what? A fucking Japanese family moved in down the road a little while ago. It's not right. Bring back the goddamn internment camps. I say they're living in a house just like this one. It's not right. Don't you agree? Good. Good, we're gonna get along just fine there, fella. Now, what else we got? We got air conditioning. Did I mention the air conditioning? Oh no, it's nice and cool in the summer. You know, it gets pretty sticky here in the summer months, but with the air conditioning, you're gonna be free and clear. Not like those fucking Japanese summers. It was miserable over there, and my granddaddy just kept fighting and fighting. Did I tell you, kill total was 15 Japanese. I just wish he could have brought down more. Made our family even prouder, but hey, we're happy with him already. You know, how do you feel about the Japanese?
They're terrible.
Yeah?
Awful people.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, you don't look at that anime shit, do you?
No.
You like a beer?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I'll go get you one.
Okay.
You sit tight.
Yeah.
Sato ends up going with Hitomi to a deserted island on what he thinks is a vacation, but it's actually a place where everybody in the group has come to kill themselves. Strangely enough, this episode is actually fun. Watching Sato hang out with these insane people and slowly realizing what's going on, it's pretty entertaining. Sato just goes along with it, even though he doesn't actually want to kill himself, and when everybody finally backs out of it, suddenly Sato switches too and tries to jump. What the fuck? The kid from the suicide party gives Sato a free trial to Final Fantasy XI. Okay, so it's not actually Final Fantasy XI, but it might as well be, judging by the font and the logos. Although, I wonder why they didn't use World of Warcraft, considering it was about 20 times as popular at that point. Also, Sato's mom slashes his monthly allowance by half, forcing Sato to finally find a way to make money on his own. Sato, being a complete failure, decides it'd be better to become a professional gold farmer selling in-game gold for real money. Then NHK shows us the game's intro, which is completely in Japanese and not subtitled. How are we supposed to understand this stuff? You guys couldn't add subs to it? When you were localizing this piece of shit, did anybody actually watch it? We don't actually see Sato throughout this episode, we only see his in-game character, which actually makes for a nice touch when Mizaki finally opens the door to Sato's room to see a hopelessly MMO-addicted pile of waste. Also, to any MMO player in real life, this 2-episode arc comes off as especially hilarious because Sato ends up falling in love with a cute cat girl in-game, only to find out it's actually Yamazaki pulling a trick on him, further proving that girls online don't actually exist. Internet. Never change. And finally, this episode shows an image of Sato after 30 years of professional gold farming. It's simultaneously the funniest and most disturbing thing this show has to offer. Just look.
I haven't seen you in days. Why don't you come out and eat with us for a change?
Give it a rest, you old hag. I'm sick of you lecturing me. Who do they think they are, harping on me like that? It's just because I've been putting on a little weight lately. That's all.
Reeling from the fallout of Yamazaki cross-dressing online, Sato ends up getting in contact with another person from high school who ends up luring him into a fucking pyramid scheme. What is up with everybody? Also, she begins to try and get him to buy shit like 1,000 boxes of detergent. I mean, really? Detergent? Does Sato even look like he washes his clothes? Of course, he finally mans up and confronts her to get his money back.
Of course, the ingredients are 100% natural. In every step of the production process, the utmost care is taken to ensure that no harmful chemicals make it into the product. If you take 2 pills after each meal, your brain will activate, and all the negativity swirling in your head will be replaced with positive thoughts. And then your hikikomori symptoms will disappear.
Anti-hikikomori pills? Are you serious? Sato is officially the dumbest fuck I've ever seen in an anime. What was he thinking?
Also, the girl's brother ends up being an MMO addict that his sister has to constantly take care of. Of all the storylines in Welcome to the NHK, this is the one I hate the most. Well, everybody else's problems actually makes me sympathize with them during the rare times they're actually done right. This one is just dumb. She gets herself locked up in a pyramid scheme and decides to be her brother's destructive lifestyle? Okay, no one to blame but yourself, you fucking idiot. Oh well, at least it has a happy ending where Sato gets a blowjob from Mizaki. The news on the TV says that the leader of the pyramid scheme's been arrested. They sure tied that knot quick.
Hi there.
Hey.
You must be the person about the apartment, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Hi there, Chuck Whitaker.
Oh, hi, I'm...
Nice to meet you.
yeah.
So, that's a mouthful, by the way. So basically, we're looking at $300 a month. Utilities included, heat and hydro, everything like that. Got a washer and dryer in the basement next to your bed. It's a nice place. So, when were you looking at moving in?
Well, I would...
Hey, honey. Sorry.
Fuck?
They've been alluding to Yamazaki's own problems throughout the series. His parents had actually scheduled out his entire life for him, from his career to when he was expected to get married, to how many kids he'd have, to when he'd die. It's actually a really depressing scene, and it's understandable why he lost himself in the world of anime and tried to run away. But ultimately, he ends up moving back home, falling in love with a local girl, and makes plans to marry her. What the fuck? Yamazaki's entire storyline is trying to escape from all the people who dictated to him exactly how he's going to live his life, and ends up with him completely losing hope, giving in and being happy? What's the moral of the story here? Don't try to follow your dreams, you'll just be much happier living with your dad's dick in your mouth? Oh yeah, way to go, NHK. You just ruined the only interesting plot you had. Oh yeah, this also makes for a gigantic plot hole. You see, Yamazaki's family farm is in Hokkaido, and to escape their bullshit, he fucked off to go to Tokyo for university. But in Sato's flashbacks, we can clearly see him in high school with Yamazaki, not in Hokkaido. How do you miss something like this? They make such a big deal with the flashbacks in this show and fail to realize that for about 3 years in the timeline, a pivotal character is portrayed as being in 2 different areas of Japan at once? To set Yamazaki up for this completely retarded twist of him throwing away his aspirations and going back home, there's a pretty contrived scene where Nanako actually reveals that she likes him, about a half second before he reveals that he's a massive otaku that jerks off to tentacle porn. This, of course, sends Nanako screaming, and just like everything else in NHK, this scene is both hilarious and pathetic, fun to watch and terrible all at the same time. The best part of all is when he shows her the hardcore rape game with the main character modeled after her. And of course, Sato is filming the entire thing from the closet and laughing his ass off. $10 as he puts it on YouTube.
Come on, people. Come on. I know you want it.
The series ends with Sato bumping into Hitomi again and her almost cheating on her boyfriend with him. I guess they threw in the gratuitous boobs because they were low on ratings or something, but more importantly, everybody in Sato's life leaves him. Yamazaki's moved away, Tomoe returns to her boyfriend, and he tells Mizaki to never bother him again. Furthermore, his mom cuts him off completely, and finally the show gets down to the nitty-gritty of it. Surprisingly, my rant on emo kids earlier actually turned out to be pretty accurate, because guess how Sato's existential problems are finally solved? He fucking hits rock bottom, nearly starves to death, and is forced to get a job to support himself. He sums it up pretty clearly in this one line.
Question. How can one manage to survive as a hikikomori? Answer. Because one's food, clothing, and shelter are often assured, regardless of situation. I didn't realize it before, but in a way, being able to live as a hikikomori is a luxury.
Listen, you emo hipster fucktards. You just whine and bitch and complain about how bad your life is. But it's only because your life is so sweet. And you're too dumb to recognize it that you even do that. No, shut the fuck up!
In the final episode of the series, Mizaki tries to kill herself, and Sato saves her, realizing he's in love with her. And then they both enter into the illusionary world of conspiracies, fighting the NHK. Overall, Welcome to the NHK truly is a mixed bag. It just happens to be a bag with more bad than good in it. The few times it succeeds spectacularly, with touches of great dark comedy and a few well-done dramatic moments here and there. But these good qualities are few and far between, and are used primarily to get you invested in the show a little bit before it hits you with gigantic letdowns. The artwork is fucking disgusting. The melodrama is so over the top it's in fucking orbit. It's the slowest paced anime I've ever had the displeasure of watching. There are characters that are neurotic to the point of absurdity with nothing in the way of realistic motivations or reaction. The comedic scenes fall flat. The serious scenes fall flat. The symbolism falls flat. And I wasted 12 fucking hours of my life watching this monstrosity that I'll never get back.
Hi. You're here for the room.
Yeah.
Come ahead in. First door on your left. Don't mind the mess. So you just come this way. Go ahead down, and it's straight down. Like I said, the guy that was here before made a huge mess. I'm having somebody clean up tomorrow, so go ahead. Let me know what you think.
Even worse than before.
you terminate your membership, that debt of yours is gonna suck you dry.
Huh?
You hear me? Do you get it now?
I get it! Suck me dry!
Can I help?